recipe for body butter is super easy and requires no melting or cooling. When you think of body butter, you think of like icing on a cake or whipped butter. You see how thick and how thick it is. It's really feels super good on your skin. My body butter does not contain beeswax. Now you can find some recipes that may have a little beeswax in it, and those would have to be melted and cooled. If you're sticking to the theme of products from the hive, then you could add oil infused with propolis. Now, unless you're making a body butter for a specific skin condition, only use a small portion of propolis oil in your recipe, as it has its own aroma and may overpower the other fragrance or essential oils that you're using. Now, body butter is just so thick and creamy, you cannot put it in a bottle. You can't put it in a Malibu bottle. It has to go into a jar. And you can see I've got some pretty little jars here, and some not so pretty. The body butter will melt as it touches your skin. It may be a little oily at first, but will absorb quickly and leave your skin gloriously soft and smooth. Body butter has a ratio of 75% solid fat and 25% liquid fat. A pinch of tapioca flour can be added to lessen the feel of the greasiness, although that would quickly go away if you used it or not. Now, it does not necessarily have to be refrigerated, but does have to be kept in a cool place. True body butter recipes is all fats and oils. The oils and fats are combined and then whipped. When harder nut butters, such as cocoa butter, are used, they must be melted and then cooled and then whipped. Using shea butter is the secret to having a recipe that does not have to be melted or cooled. Since there's no water in the recipe, it does not require a preservative. It does, however, require vitamin E as an antioxidant to prevent the fats and oils from going rancid. There are recipes out there will include a liquid of some sort, such as aloe vera gel or hydrosols. In my opinion, that is a cream or heavy lotion. It is not a body butter. Of course, different definitions for different folks. You apply body butter very sparingly after you get out of the bath or shower while your body is still down. Shea butter is a soft butter that will not have to be melted as long as it is kept at room temperature. Now, I store my shea butter in the refrigerator to keep it fresh, and then I take it out a few hours or even overnight to soften up. Now, this is my basic body recipe. Now, you can find many other recipes in my book, Handmade from the Hive, available on my website, familyguidetoherbs.com. Now, my basic body recipe is 8 ounces of shea butter and 1 ounce of oil. Now, I'm using a combination of 1/2 ounce of grape seed oil infused with basil that I made here on the farm, and 1/2 ounce of olive oil infused with propolis that my husband got from our beehives. Now, you can use any oil that you prefer, anything from avocado oil to hemp seed oil. Now, I'm putting in 1/2 teaspoon of vitamin E, 1/2 teaspoon of tapioca flour, and 2.5 mils of essential oil of basil, which is about 1.5 teaspoons. Now, I have already combined the shea butter and the oils, and I've whipped it until fluffy. Now I'm ready to add my tapioca flour. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to add my vitamin E. And I'll add 1/2 teaspoon of it. And then I'm going to add my essential oil of basil. I'm using my pipette to get about 2.5 teaspoons. About 2.5 mils. It didn't quite go up as much as I wanted. It's like I didn't get all that E out of there. And now I'm going to whip it up some. Okay, now I have whipped this for about 5 minutes, and you can see how rich and thick it is. Now, the thing about body butter, because it is so rich and thick, it's really difficult to spoon into a jar. Now, I've also kind of did a smell test. See if that smells about the way I want it to smell, because I can go back and, you know, put my beaters back on and add a little more to it. Kind of clean these off a little bit. It's just like when you make icing at home, you know, or it's hard to get everything off the beaters. Now you can see if you try to just spoon it into a jar, it's really pretty messy, and you really can't do a good, clean job without really making a big mess. So I have found the best way to do this. Is to either use a pastry bag or get a Ziploc bag, put a hole in it, and then you can dip it into there. You're going to need lots of paper towels for this project because it's pretty messy. And I'm going to get my container and I'm going to pipe it in. You're going to really start way down there at the bottom because it creates air pockets. If you're using a clear container, it will really show up. So there you can see you've got your beautiful, luxurious body butter. I hope this inspires you to get out and make some body butter. They make great gifts. You can add your own personal. You can customize it the way you want it, whatever essential oils, fragrance, whichever oils you want, butters you want. Just make it the way you want it. Thank you, and y'all come back.